What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel. Check out the content. And with that being said, man, I wanna react to a video made by Scap Attack, right? And he's saying, in his opinion, the Denver Nuggets are wasting uh Nikola Jokic, the Joker. They wasting his career, right? Because he said they are a disaster. He said they're a dumpster fire. And so, in my opinion, first, I think the Joker is a very good basketball player. Right here, you see his stats: 29 points, 12.8 rebounds, 11 assists. Right, those are his averages. Really, really, really good numbers, right? But and the situation that he's in is unfortunate, and it's not something that anybody is at fault. They have a lot of injuries, and so I don't know what else you really can say. Just do. Hopefully, he could just hold the fort down until he gets some reinforcements or get some help, and people come back off of injury reserve and stuff like that. But I don't know what else you can do. People coming into the season, people thought that the Nuggets was going to be, in the thick of things. I thought, the Nuggets was going to be in the thick of things in the West. And it's not, it's still early in the season. It's not over with. But Luka just gonna have to carry the Joker. I'm sorry, the Joker is just gonna have to carry a larger part of this load, and so it is what it is. But I want to play the audio from Scat Attack and then I want to react because I just think that some of the hype around the Joker too, right? I think is just kind of I think the Joker is good, but he's only good on one end of the court. Right? He's not a good defender at all. He's not even really interested in defending. So that's why you need, he need those guys to get back and get healthy because he's not really interested in playing any defense. And so when people try to put the Joker in conversations of being like one of the greatest of all time, and then everybody else who was in that conversation like were much better defenders than this guy. And so I don't see how how he could be in that conversation when he only play half court basketball. So, but let me listen to Scat, and then I'm gonna come back and give my input.
Well, the Denver Nuggets are an unmitigated disaster. They just dropped their fourth consecutive home game last night, 131 to 121 to the lowly Dallas Mavericks. The loss for the Denver Nuggets drops them to 14-6, and that win against the Houston Rockets in the NBA Cup now seems like an eternity ago. Of course, that was the game that Aaron Gordon got hurt in the first 3 minutes of, and he joined Christian Braun on the inactive list. Braun was already out and dealing with an extended absence. Now Aaron Gordon is also out dealing with an extended absence. Both of those players are set to miss probably around 30 of the team's 82 games this year, and that's if the team is lucky. And of course, last night, Jamal Murray. And is it a day ending in Y? Well, then I guess Jamal Murray is banged up, injured, and he is now projected to miss at least a couple games as well. He picked up some kind of a lower body injury. It's being called an ankle sprain in the end of the first half of last night's game. He did come out for the third quarter. He scored no points. He attempted one shot, and then he benched himself. Played none of the fourth quarter, so none of that sounds good. After the game, head coach David Adelman did not sound altogether optimistic about his outlook.
All right, so now with all these injuries and that's going on with the team, and then on top of that, I know right about now they missing that guy. What's his name? Michael Porter Jr. Just imagine if they still had Michael Porter, then Michael Porter would be able to help Luca out. I mean, damn, why I keep saying Luca help out the Joker. And then on top of that, the Joker, wouldn't have to work as hard. So that trade right there, the fact that they got rid of Michael Porter is coming back to bite them, right? And so, so the guy, what's his name? Aaron Gordon, he gonna be out for they said 30 more games. That's a long time. So Luka, the Joker, like I said, is going to have to hold down the fort until he can get some reinforcements. Well, let me get back to Scat and see what else he has to say about this situation.
I don't know how he's doing. I know he tried because that's Jamal, and Jamal's tough. So if he sits himself because of the pain, it's probably it hurts.
So if by chance you aren't keeping tally, that would be Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, and Christian Brown, all now with injuries of some sort, all set to miss some length of time. Hopefully Jamal Murray's isn't that significant because, as I said, Christian Brown and Aaron Gordon are down for at least the next month. Those are two of the Nuggets' four best players. And if Jamal Murray joins them on the sideline, that would be their three best players, not named Nikola Jokic, all missing action now moving forward. Nikola Jokic, for his part last night, 29 points, 20 rebounds, and 13 assists. Again, not enough to get the win at home against the lowly Dallas Mavericks. They were 11.5-point favorites. They lose by 10, despite, again, 29, 20, and 13.
Yeah, see, offensively, he gonna put those numbers up. So he need these guys back because Aaron Gordon is known to be a really good defender, so he need these guys in there, man, because he only play on one side of the ball, and so he definitely gonna need these guys to get back and help him.
By Nikola Jokic and the pathetic and inept Denver Nuggets, who can't really build a team around Nikola Jokic, a viable contending team, and their frontline players that they do have all seem to be hurt all the time. This is literally nothing new. All of these players have vast and substantial backgrounds with injuries, and now it is just more of the same, though this is getting comical as all three of their best players other than Jokic are sidelined now at this point, and the Nuggets continue to squander, waste, and throw away not just prime years by Nikola Jokic, but some of the greatest seasons in NBA history. He is smack dab squarely in arguably his best season yet. Arguably, yes, the best season ever played individually. He's averaging for the second year.
See, that's where I don't know, like when they say stuff like this, and they talk about the best this and the best that, but they only talk about on the offensive side of the, like, very impressive numbers. I still wouldn't say they're the best that I've seen, but he don't play no defense.
In a row, a near 30-point triple-double. The specific numbers this season: 29 points even, 12.8 rebounds, and 11.1 assists. He is leading the NBA in rebounds by nearly a full rebound per game. He is leading the NBA in assists by nearly 2 full assists per game, and again, getting you 29 points per game on 73% true shooting percentage. That is second best league-wide. Meanwhile, he is leading the NBA by a country mile in BPM, with which he is the all-time career leader in. However, this is his best season yet. He is setting to destroy his own individual record for all-time single-season box plus minus record. He is sitting first league-wide in player efficiency rating again this season, again pacing to shatter his own all-time NBA record for single-season PER. He is now the all-time career leader in win share per 48 minutes, yet he is tracking to set his own personal best in win share per 48. He is leading the league over Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in win shares, that despite having 6 fewer wins than the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Which means that the stats that he got fewer wins and he got better stats. So that means that the stats that he's not affecting winning. His stats do not affect winning. Because if you are dominating like that and you putting up all these numbers, but y'all not winning, like, his stats don't affect winning. They just don't. He having a good year, as far as his stats are concerned, but they're not winning. They're not winning at, like they want to be winning. Now, if he was doing this, putting up these kind of numbers and dominating like this, and they were winning, they had the record that OKC had, and that's a different story. But they not winning. So I don't know how you can, I don't know. I just don't get this.
There is literally nothing else this guy could be doing. Arguably the best season.
All right, so that's not true. He said there's literally nothing else that this guy could be doing. He could be playing defense. He don't play defense. If I don't care if he score 100 points a game and he give up 101, they not winning. They just not winning. And so, and I thought that was the objective of the game, is to win, and so that's why he need Aaron Gordon back in a hurry, so he can so he can have some defense out there, because this guy is not a winner. Now I do appreciate the fact that for a franchise ball player to stay in one city for his career, I appreciate that, right? But I will hope that still they put his career in its proper perspective, man. It just seemed like the standards have gone down. Like, you could be considered one of the greats and not even be a good defender. That's crazy. But the good thing about this, they can't, like, OKC is going to win because OKC play defense. They're not going to beat Houston because Houston play defense. Teams that play defense, they not, he can have all the numbers he want, but if he don't play defense, they're not going to win. So that's a good thing about it. And then so they can come up with like this excuse or scapegoat injuries, scapegoat different players and stuff like that. But if they don't win, and that's the thing, you got to play defense. You got to play both sides of the ball. And I don't care if he score 100 points a game, he's going to give up 101. So that's my take on the situation. I hope that, those guys do come back, because it'll make the West more interesting. And the West is already tough. It'll just make the West more interesting. I hope they come back and then, make Denver a more viable team. So that's my take on it. Y'all make sure to like, subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to leave a comment, and I'll check you all out in the next video. Peace.